addition into our car, and Mama knees don't want to bend, so when she's in the car, I sit in the back now. She doesn't necessarily like it because she wants to try to sit in the back, but we aren't doing that, and she's not going to argue with her daughter anymore. I love her enough that I'm afraid that with the knee, if it's hurting and she's trying to get out, it may actually hurt the knee. And so we don't want to do that to Mama. Her knees are very delicate. So if she's in the car, I have to sit in the back, which is fine. I have no problem with it. Good morning, Rudy. Thank you very much. It was a blessed day. Now, I have made a little decision to kind of redo what we did last night a little bit, and I thought about it, and I love everything except the letters. That's where I'm like, I don't like the way this is going. So I did a little finagling after we got off live last night, and I reworked Blessed, and it looks a lot better. I think it's going to be a heck of a lot easier to cut and make. Give me a minute while we get cars whoosh by us. Hi, Anfield. Thank you very much. As we try to be able to, and I'm out there where you can see everything, just a different angle, that's all it is. But I really think it'll be easier. I even showed it to one of my moderators last night that was on the live, and she agreed. I think it'll be easier. And again, every pattern that I come up with for this King of Saga artwork, which is just tucking fabric, I'm going to test out, because exactly the reason why last night, even if I waste a little bit of the foam board, it's okay. I think I can save the fabric that's in the art possibly, and just move it to the other. If I can't, it's no big deal. It's a learning curve. I really love the letters, but I have to remember when I'm doing letters, they need to be block letters, and I need to kind of do them a little bit in segments. So that's exactly what I did. Not that you can't do curves in this art form, you can, and we did, but the letters, especially where it comes to like the B, where you've got the little spaces and the dots and stuff, I didn't think of that till I put the fabric on. I'm like, oh, you can't do it that way. And then we tried to do it another way, and it was actually destroying the underneath, and I don't like the way the other looks. Just not happy with that. So before we continue on, and I know I'm just gonna not like that, we're just gonna start all over again. So what I'll do is I'll reprint it, recut it offline, redo it, and get us back to the position that we were. It's possible, and what I did was too, I took it into Canva, because it's not just about taking the letters and just fixing that one. If you're going to kind of make it divided a little bit, it's about taking it and fixing the rest of them so they kind of look in line. So they kind of all have a little line going through them, and somehow, and then that way they kind of all look copacetic. So I will take them out, I will redo them again, or redo that section, and then get you all back to where we were when we go live. I'm not sure if I'm going live tonight. I may, I don't know. We'll see. I do have soap caddies I need to work on, that's for sure. And we'll just kind of see. We'll play it by ear. If I do a pop-up live, I do a pop-up live. But I definitely will probably come on tomorrow. I don't think we have anything major going on tomorrow. But I have to do some more soap caddies. I have to reach out to that gentleman and we'll get some more. We got to do some more pencil soap caddies for the event on the 3rd. I got to find out what time I need to be there on the 3rd. And so anyway, but I don't, like I said, I'm the tester. So I'm going to be able to see, like when we're doing patterns and stuff, this may happen on occasions when we're working on this, that I do a pattern and go, no, I don't like that, I need to change that, and we'll do it again. Like, we're going to do it and scrap the other one, because if I put a pattern on the merch store, I want it to be something that people can do. And I don't want it to be anything that, if it's going to frustrate me, it's going to frustrate someone else. And if it doesn't look right, it's not going to be good. So I want it to look nice. You know, the one thing about this art is really making sure you have very clean lines. And it doesn't mean that you can't have clean lines and circles and all that. You can. We were able to do the heart. It took a little finagling, but you were able to do it. So it just takes a little time. But the B just wasn't happening. There's a little curve still in the B and the D, but not like it was. And I'm doing pretty good, even though I don't like the highway, y'all. Do not. So that being said, I want to wish all the fathers happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to Mr. Blessed Crochet. And soon he will be a grandfather, so we'll be able to wish him that. And you know, it's a hard day for me, because my dad's on my head and he's not here, but I wish him a very happy Heavenly Father's Day. For sure, because I miss him. I really wish he was here right now, but I know he's just smiling really big down from heaven. I know that. But, you know, I want to encourage any father listening to really let your kids know not only that you love them, but that you enjoy being their dad. You know, one thing that I'm planning to say, and I've said it to Christina, the best job I ever had, the best thing, the best blessing I've ever had in my life is you. And I certainly want to tell this little one the same thing. I'm going to be blessed to be your yaya. I'm blessed to be your mom. I'm blessed to be your dad. And I just think sometimes we get so wrapped up. Not only are we blessed, but we love being their parent. We love being their mom, their dad, their grandparent, their aunt, their uncle, their sister, whatever it is. And you have such a small window. You think, and I just think to myself as my daughter's going to embark on this journey in her life, what 2 weeks seem like a forever time. You think you have all the time in the world. You think you have all the time in the world to do this and that. And then before you know it, this little one that you held and that was just this tiny is already 6 months down the road. So if I can give any encouragement to any father out there, any parent out there, take every moment, soak it in, make sure that you are just loving it. You know, you are just taking that moment and you're just absorbing all of it, because life goes by so quickly. What seems like forever time, then, you know, it's like you're holding them one point and you're walking them down the aisle, or you're, you know, at their graduation and you're thinking, where did all this time go? How did this go so quickly? Where did all the time slip by? And so do yourself a favor, take the time, put the phones down, sit there, and if you have little ones, if you've had recent grandbabies, sit there and rock them, sit there and hold them for as long as they'll allow it. I have my way of feeling is that you could never hold a baby enough. And if you are blessed enough to have you have your parents nearby, or you have them come visit for a while after having your baby, you know what? Go rest. Let them hold that little one, because this world is scary enough before we have to sit there, you know, thinking of everything and all that kind of stuff, where kids can't be kids for long. But let them hold this little one. Let them hold that baby. You hold that baby. I've said to my daughter, and I'll say this to fathers, you know what? If you have something like dishes or laundry or whatever it is, but you know what? If you sit and hold that baby for an hour, spend that time looking at that baby's face. Hold that baby's hand. Those little hands are not going to be little for long. It seems like it's just right around the corner, and it's not. And treasure every moment, even in the difficult times. I look back at the difficult times I had with my daughter, and I think I still treasure those. I still treasure those moments. And especially for your fathers of daughters, please remember this. You are the first one that your daughter loves. You're the first one a man that she looks at and she just falls in love with. And you are showing them how they should be treated by a man, how they should be respected by a man. You are setting that example for them on what 20 years down the road seems like. And the same thing with your fathers that are raising boys. You're showing them how to treat their, spouses and their significant other. You are teaching them how to do that by your example, how you treat them. We have a couple at our church, and I see that she will get in her car. Now, they've been married for a very long time, over 60 years, gets in their car, and sure enough, guess what? She'll leave her door open till he'll come around and close it for her, right? That's the kind of thing that you're showing them. This is how you should be treated, right? And so take the time and show them how they should be treating that individual. And we're setting examples for years down the road. And I remember thinking to myself, I will never marry someone like my dad. And I did. Especially the first husband my ex-husband. I just, not that he was like my dad, but his temper could be, I'm not talking about all of him, I'm talking about my dad's temper. And I thought, I can handle this. My dad had a temper. He had a real bad temper, but it was very different. But, but you're showing an example to your sons and daughters how they're going to treat that person that they're going to find 20 years down the road. And it seems like it's going to take forever. But I'm telling you what, if I could go back for just a day and hold my daughter as a little one, there is nothing, crochet, this new art form, whatever, that would distract me from holding her all day long and absolutely loving it. So don't rush it, guys. Do not rush the precious time that you have with your children. You grandparents, don't rush it. Enjoy it. And you know what? Not only this, and one thing that I think that I'm going to love is watching my daughter hold her little one. I know that it'll be very hard because I'll want to hold that little one all the time. But just sitting there watching my daughter be that mom, holding this baby, is going to be tremendously wonderful to watch too. And being able to see the other set of grandparents being able to enjoy this little one, man, it's just going to be wonderful. And if you have two sets of grandparents, it's not a competition. It is absolutely, each grandparent is going to be able to install a little something different into them. And not only that, they're going to be able to do things differently. I mean, Josh is so in ours. And so that's something that, can bond on. They can bond on, or, fiddling with things. Even Christina was a girl, and Josh would show her things and show her cars and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't her interest, but he's like, I don't care what it is, I'm going to show my love of cars. And so take the time, don't rush it, enjoy, put the phones down, You know, go take them for a walk. Go sit outside. Go hold them for as long as you need to. Don't rush it. It's such precious time, and it goes by so, so quickly. So with that being said, we're almost to church. I'm wearing my necklace that I got when we had the service for my dad. We went to a lodge. I may be on later tonight. I'm going to not happy with the way Libby looks, so we're going to redo that a little bit. But anyway, we may come live tonight, if not tomorrow, and work more on that project. Love y'all. Remember to be proud of being you, because everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And remember, today is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad it is. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.